Good evening, good day, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Hello, hello, I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. The camera's gonna shake a little bit because I need to move this thing. It's too close to the table. Oh. Well, I think it'll have to do for now because I don't really want to move it anymore. Okay. I hope everyone had a wonderful, beautiful, amazing, fantastical day. Or at least you enjoyed it in some way, shape, or form. Okay. I hope you got some things done that you needed to get done. I hope today was a good day. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Spirit, I was getting this energy a few days ago and I actually forgot about it. But there was this energy that I was getting where someone is in like a relationship or a situationship with someone who's a little skeevy. It feels like they into something with banks, like doing something with banks that they shouldn't. It feels like some unethical activity going on. That's what I was feeling. And I'm being called to these cards right now. Like someone is trying to frame you. So be careful of this. Like if someone says that they want to use your bank account for something or something like that. I was getting this message like 2 days ago. But let me see. Let's see what comes out here. Growth. Yeah, like somebody coming to you and saying, you want to make some money? I can help your money grow. And they give you instructions. Go get a money order. Go, come back, send it to me. I'll deposit it. And then I'll give you X amount of money. But it's all a scam and it's a way to siphon dirty money. This came out in reverse, actually. This honesty, I just picked it up in reverse. Okay. And laugh. Okay, yeah. So it's like someone is trying to act supportive because support came out in reverse. But it's like they're trying to maneuver and manipulate. They're coming across as if they're being truthful. Like they want you to believe that they're being honest with you, but they don't have honest intentions. And this is actually what I was getting the other day, and I'm picking up on the energy again. As I sat down, it's like it came back over me. So someone needs to hear this. If you got somebody like wanting you to be a part of something and you don't feel right about it, it feels like it's a little funny. I feel like a little bit funny, like funny business is going on, then take it as what you feel. Because that's you following your intuitive nudges. And your intuitive nudges really help to make sure that you don't get played, because people be out here just preying on people sometimes, not all the time, but it's good to use discernment and just check the vibe because people be moving funny all the time sometimes. Hold on. People be on some other type of wave that you're not on. So the key is don't ride that wave if it's not feeling right. If it don't, if things just not adding up, the math is not mathing. Okay. All right, let's see. And it's easy for people to, steal from people and scam and all this stuff that the people do sometimes. And they do it off the cost of someone else's well-being. You could be someone that works really hard for what you receive when it comes to your finances. You work really hard and you got someone trying to work hard on you based on what you have done. In the meantime, they've done nothing for themselves, but they scout out looking for who look like they're doing something and try to get it how they live it. It's just, be careful, because when I first felt it, it felt like someone that you may be in a relationship with. This could be new, or it could be something that you've experienced before, where someone told you they want to use your bank account, like they have a check and they want you to deposit it. These little games that the people play, you gotta be careful, because it's like their name won't be attached to it at all, and these checks will be fake. You deposit it into your account, and they have ways to manipulate it in the system, because they are also, many of them are, they have hackers that they work with as well, and then they'll ask you a few pieces of information, and then they'll be able to do what they do. So this is a message to protect yourself, okay? Because some people, they don't move from a place of godliness. They move from a place of deceit, and they prey on individuals who look like they're actually moving in life in such a way where they're doing well for themselves. And some people prey on people like that. They'll see someone that's doing well for themselves, and they'll put up a front as if they care and love so much. And this could be a masculine or feminine energy. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's just that people do this, and they'll look at you like a target, say everything they think that you may want to hear to draw you in, and then do something next level, other something that is not in alignment with what you perceived. Okay? So Spirit wants you to be conscientious of your emotional state or your feelings. When you feel that something is not right, just deem it as that. Don't overthink it so much, because it's just going to drive you up a wall. Okay? So it's best to just let it be what it is, but just say no. Okay? Just say no until you know. If you don't know, then the answer remains as no. I just heard say no or remain silent. So, this could have been someone that you were dealing with that was locked up at one point, or is locked up now, or something like that, because I heard remain silent. So maybe it's just somebody that's just into some stuff that they're choosing not to get out of. And to each his own, if that's what they want to do, but you don't have to get wrapped up into that based off of you feeling like you have some type of love for them. And you make sure you don't get caught in that feeling of, oh, I'm going to do this for them, because sometimes people will flip the story on you and make you feel like they need you to do it, which they do, but they'll play on your emotions, because if they know that you're a kind person, they'll try to play on that. So be careful of that as well. It's a good idea to just deal with people that are about something in life, like they're doing something to improve themselves. Many times when you're a kind person, you don't want to judge someone based off of their finances. However, nowadays, you must know that those who don't have it like that are the ones that prey the most on people who work hard for what they have. And that's just what it is. So it's not about being mean, it's about being real. And it's best to deal with individuals that are on a growth mindset. They're educating themselves, they have a plan, they're improving themselves every day, and you actually see results. It's not just all talk. These things matter, because as soon as you align yourself with someone that talks a lot but you see no action, that's a sign that this person just talks. And talking with no action is not going to get anyone anywhere. Okay, so just be very mindful, because this person will tell you everything that sounds good, but it's just that they're not being honest. Coming through, laughs and giggles with the laugh here, but the support is in reverse. So it's like an appearance that, yeah, I'm going to support you, I'll be there for you. But then on the back end, it's something strange going on. Something strange. I heard something strange, doing something strange for a piece of change. Yeah, the offer is bad. It came out in reverse. Don't give yourself the headache of allowing yourself to get wrapped up into this nonsense, because this person is I almost said a rude person, but then as I'm saying a rude person, I heard devil energy, because the King of Swords is in reverse, right? I feel like I should change the color of this light because it's a bit dark. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. So this King of Swords that's here, which you can't see like that, but it's here. King of Swords in reverse is a horrible, horrible person. They talk crazy. They're disrespectful. Okay? They're very cunning. Everything is a damn illusion with them, with this Sun in reverse. So it's like, if you're feeling this and you know this with this High Priestess and the Two of Cups that just fell out right here, then you know not to take this fishy cup that they're trying to give you. The fishy cup. Because you don't want no fishy in a cup, okay? No thank you. Keep your little funky fishy in the cup, please. If you don't mean well, stay the hell away from me. Thank you. Move along. Okay, just let it be like that. Just because you have things to do, right? You really do. You've worked too hard. You put in too much work on yourself to be going through things like this. It's about the quality, not the quantity. So focus on the quality of the person or the people that you choose to align with, because this right here is the epitome of someone who doesn't mean well. They skeevy. You probably already know they did a thing to a person a few times and they haven't changed. They're still the same. So it's like, it doesn't make sense to align yourself with someone like this, because they're just trying to get whoever they can get, When somebody's in this mindset, you can't even trust this person in your place by themselves without you there. It's nice to be able to trust someone to, stay at your place. Oh yeah, I'll be right back. But many people, you can't do that with them. You can't do that with them, because people be doing stuff. They be strange. I really advise, like nowadays, don't just be letting anybody in your home, because people be on some other pages that you don't know about. Okay, and that energy will linger in your home after they leave if they don't have good intentions, and then you're gonna be feeling funny because their energy is not right. So be mindful of that as well. Just keep those around you that are actually, you see who they are as a person and you spent some time with them. Sometimes people are quick to just let people into their home, but you must understand that that's your sacred space. That space is not meant for everybody to be coming in there like a revolving door. It's just, I know some people move like that, but nowadays this is the worst time to move like that, because people be having entities attached to them. And that entity might want to jump on you if you seem like an easy host to jump onto. So don't let them jump on it. Don't let them do that now, okay? All right, let me see. What else, Spirit? Wait, let me get these cards here. Yeah, I keep on seeing a check in my mind, a fake check. Okay, now deposit it and tell me this and tell me that. Okay. Chop wood, observer, exchanging gifts. Ask questions, okay? Ask questions to check people's loyalty. And eventually, people that don't mean well, they're going to show themselves. They're going to show the truth because they can't even help it because they so skeevy that eventually you're just going to see it if you're paying attention. And sometimes you don't even have to pay too much attention because the truth reveals, okay? Especially if you are someone who is very apt, which I know many of you are that watch me, you're apt to connecting with the God in you. So your soul is activated. So you're going to pick up on things. The psychic in you is going to recognize little things that don't feel right, don't seem right because they're not right. And you will begin to see that something is wrong and you must ask why. Ask yourself why. Okay, you don't got to stay on it for too long, but if you give yourself back an answer that doesn't feel right, then it is what it is and leave it at that. Okay? Because through observation, you see who should stay, who's loyal, and who should be chopped, who's not loyal. You know, who's honest and who's coming to you with a pure heart and who's coming to you for some other strange reasons. This is what you want to make sure that you pay attention to, just because this is the world we live in. Some people good, some people bad, some people evil, some people not. That's just what it is. Okay? You know, and we all have a little bit of both, a little bit of dark and a little bit of light. But you want to be around those that understand their wholeness, not someone who's stuck in the dark, because they're not healthy. That's not a healthy energy. They always look for a lick, okay? And just tell them you can't lick me. Don't come over here if you don't mean well, because I can tell. Spirit in my eye, they tell me why I won't go, 'cause I don't know. Let's see. What else do you want me to tell the Honey Rose crew? Let's see. Spirit can tell. You know, spirit will speak. They be saying stuff. They be like, something not right. Wait a minute. They be like, don't stop. Wait a minute. But in this instance, they like, please stop. Wait a minute. Okay. When I looked up at the timer on this video, it said 1824. That might mean something to you, honey. And my birthday is up there too. Well, a piece of it. 1824. Summer. So this could be someone that you've dealt with in the summer, or this person came across you recently. If it's not like somebody you're in a relationship with, like romantic relationship, it's just somebody trying to like draw you into a thing that you ain't even trying to do, or that you don't even know about, because they trying to put you on, making it seem like they're putting you on, but they really trying to put you out. They hyping it up so you can ask what that clout about. What's this? Death. My. What's up with that? She look like she's sneaking and creeping in the background. Homecoming. Ritual invocation. Security. Clearance. Okay, you need a spiritual bath. Okay. You can, I just heard orange, I heard tangerines and the peeling, like leave the peeling in there. I'm hearing rosemary. I'm hearing chamomile tea. Put it in the water. Okay. Lavender. Okay. Okay. Anything else you got? Lime. Squeeze it. Squeeze the lime in there. And some salt. If you have black salt, then use black salt. I know people don't usually have black salt, but you don't have to put too much. And say your affirmations of protection and love and positive influence allowed in your domain only. Nothing else. Everything else must go. Okay? Invocation. Somebody trying to do some strange things for a piece of change. Okay? Security. It feels like someone is trying to, it's really going with the whole, let me use your bank account because they need some money. Maybe they owe somebody. They owe someone and they they want a quick come up. Like somebody owes somebody and they like, if you don't get it right, I'm coming for you, homecoming. So they it just got real. Now I feel like a movie. Okay. This just turned into something totally different. It's like somebody owes somebody something. Somebody owes somebody something. And it's like they just remembered. Whoever this person that you're dealing with owes. And it's not somebody that's like, oh, cool, you could pay me back whenever. I just want to remind you. No, it's like, I want my money now. Or I'm coming and taking everything you got. I'm going to run up in your house and I'm going to take your stuff. With the clearance and the broomstick and homecoming? What? You need to cleanse yourself. Don't let this person up in your house because then that person might know where they at and they might try to come and clear out your house because you attached to this person. And that is a perfect example of reaping someone else's karma. Okay, this is another reason why if you resonate with this message and someone that's been all up in your energy you feel like they're not telling you the whole story. They trying to have you do this, that, and the third, and you don't even know what is going on over there or over there. And they try to tell you just a little bit, the part that sounds the best, but you know that there's more. The answer is no, and get out, okay? Or you can't even come in if they didn't even come in yet. No homecoming. No. That. In the summertime, which is now. Okay? Invoke the spirit of protection while they trying to invoke the spirit of infection, because that's what they trying to do. They trying to infect you with their problems, and this is not what we're doing because you shouldn't have got yourself into that in the first place. Because what was you doing? What was you over there doing? Okay. Banishment. Yes, banish that ass. Banish. Okay. And there's no secret. The secret is here, even though they're trying to keep secrets. They see that you're manifesting and they're trying to use you as a gateway to solve their problem that they created. Nobody has time. Nobody has time. They trying to put a spell over your life. And it has to do with your manifestation. Some of you may have come up into some money or something just came through or just things are just going well for you. Now this person's just trying to come through and see what they can get to solve their problem, but they not being honest with you. No, honey. That's a no, honey moment. Okay. What else? I'm about to end this because this person is tripping. Trying to get a quick lick. And they about to get banished quick. Banishment. Okay. Dream job. Their dream job is you. Because they just feel like they could just do and get whatever they want from you. And it's a no, no, no. Hold on. 1 minute, I'm sorry. Un momento, my honey roses. Okay. Yeah, they looking at you like their dream job. They're like, let me work this right here. Let me work this. Let me work it. But now you know what it is, because look, access denied. Denial. It says denial. Okay. Are you refusing to face the reality about some aspects of your financial life? Yeah, that you can't be given to people that don't mean you well. Conditioning. Have you accepted the illusory limits placed onto you by your upbringing and social conditioning? The conditioning to give people that don't deserve your gifts? Because it ain't right. Okay, it's not. And you're not going to allow this to happen to you, because the only way it can happen is if you allow it to. You have to say yes. And if you were to say yes, then it would work for this person. However, you are not going to say yes. Okay? Not unless you make that decision for yourself. Ultimately it's your decision. But if I'm telling you right here, right now, what's finna go down, if it didn't happen already, then you want to use discernment and do the best thing for you. Because right now, they're trying to target you. And Spirit said to keep yourself secure, banish them before they end things for you when they were never meant to. They can only do this by some manipulation that they're trying to put together, or that this happened already and you caught it, which I hope you did. Because no. It's a no. Now let's see. What is the advice for our honey roses, Spirit? What card do you want me to get? These over here. Let's see what they say. Fork in the road, waves of attention, reflection pond, and rising of the phoenix. Okay, it's time for a change. I feel like this is something that some of you have dealt with, like little things where somebody's asking you to do something and you might not really want to, or you're unsure about it, but then it's like you forget about yourself often. Spirit is saying, look at yourself and look at, what you've done and what you have to do for yourself. Because a lot of times people are out for themselves, but they're not trying to work with you. It's really work against you to obtain and siphon from you whatever they can get. And that's just a sad truth. I would like to not say that, and I would like that to not be true. But that's not true in this world, because this is what happens here. So you must be mindful, and when you make decisions, make the best decision based on your best interest. And I'm saying that not in a worse way. It's just in a way of not people pleasing. Refrain from people pleasing, because a lot of times when you're in that energy, the people that you pleasing, they ain't never trying to please you. And that's the honest truth. They take you on an adventure you never was trying to be on. And it's not even a good one. It doesn't even fulfill you. It doesn't even make you happy. Okay. It's time to expand now. So being around people like this is like old news. Okay. This should be something that you've learned from, and you're not going back to that anymore, because you've risen with the mountaintop here. A lot of mountains have been coming up today in the readings. There's 3 of them already. Anyway, you've risen and you understand your energy. So there will, not always, but many times there will be these little instances that happen in your life to test you and try to throw you off. This is something that you should not be thrown off by anymore, because you know better now. Okay, so it's like waves of attention. When this wave of energy comes towards you and it doesn't feel right, just know that that's not a wave that you're meant to ride. Okay? It's about rising up above the nonsense and being able to see it before it happens. Sometimes you don't always see it. Sometimes things happen. However, from what you do see and the discernment you do have, you use what you have, no matter how big or how small. Okay? Because this is a time of expansion and going out on your own adventure for you and your soul's journey. Align yourself with people that are in alignment with your soul's journey. And if they are not, there's no point in you associating yourself with them, because it's a waste of time, energy, and oftentimes, most times, I should say, when you're aligning yourself with people that have nothing to do with your growth and with your divine alignment, you get thrown off your path real fast, thrown off. And you start doing things that you're not even happy with. I said, you don't even happy. What? You're not even happy with when you end up just getting thrown left and right, to and from like that. So you have control of your whereabouts, You have control of the choices that you make in your life. You could say no if you feel like it should be no. If somebody asks you something, you could say, let me think about it. You don't have to feel like you gotta rush and hurry up and make a decision. And if somebody's making you feel like that, then maybe that's not the right thing for you to do anyway. I know they do that in sales. That's a little tactic. But this is not sales, this is life right here. This is what I'm talking about. So make sure that you reflect on yourself prior to saying yes to people that may come off a bit forceful, or, because people, when they're trying to get something from you, they be like, they want you to hurry up. Okay? Just before you change your mind, they try to get you while you're hot. Okay? So that's it for this message. I'm sure it will get to someone who needs to hear it. I trust that it will. And everything you do it with love. If you would like to book a healing conversation with me, or reading, or purchase any of my books, you can. Just visit www.milkhoneyRose.org to do so. And I see a little flicker right here, but it's somehow, if the flicker from the candle is reflecting right here on my hand, I don't know. That's different. I don't know why it's doing that. It must be on my camera. But anyway, yeah, and I'd appreciate if you join the membership program, okay? That would be amazing and wonderful. It's cool when you do that, because that means that you are interested in learning and loving yourself and supporting your mystic alchemy that you come and watch every day. And for those who are not subscribed, I looked at the metrics, and there's a lot of y'all that watch me and you're not subscribed. Why not? Subscribe. You always here anyway. I'm just a click away to the subscription, okay? So subscribe, support me. If you learn anything from me and I've helped you, support your girl. It's just energy. It's reciprocity. It's good for you and me. Okay? Show spirit that you about that life. Okay? When you support your brother and sister that help you, it looks good to the universe. And then they want to come and help you too. Okay? Everything you do it with love. I'll see you in the next one.